Okay, guys. For Tech Club for the next couple of weeks, I told you a little bit last time, you guys are going to be working on creating your very own board game. Have you ever thought, oh man, I would love to have a Batman versus Superman board game? Or I really want a board game all about Santa Fe Trail? Or I would love to have a board game about, maybe you're a brony and would really like a My Little Pony board game. Or maybe you have a little brother or sister that you'd like to make something really cool for. Make a really cool gift for. So you are going to work in groups of 3 or 4, not 5, not 2. 3 or 4 gives you a lot of good ideas without being too much to manage. So in groups of 3 or 4, you are going to create a board game centered around a theme. So the first thing you have to do is brainstorm, what kind of themes do you want? Do you want Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Do you want a history board game? Do you want ninjas versus penguins board game? Or, I mean, if you know of a board game that already exists that you want to copy off of, that's fine too. We're going to be creating something awesome with these basic board games. So the first thing is you need to decide, what's the game going to be? What kind of pieces do I use? How do I move around the board? How do I decide how many spaces I need to move? I have dice if you want to borrow some dice. If you want a little spinner. For example, I've got, like, this is the one from Chutes and Ladders. So if you want a spinner like this, you can create your own spinner. Or like I said, you can use dice. You can get creative and come up with something on Scratch. Program something to do that. So that's the first step, is decide what's your theme, how are you going to move around the board, how are you going to win the game. Okay? So I'm also going to show you what's going to make this a tech game. Okay, because right now you're just creating a board game and you're like, Mr. Stock, this is the Technology Club. That sounds like it's not technology, not going to be that cool. Well, it will be. Because once you've created your board game, you're going to add interactive tech elements to that game. Okay? Now, we're going to focus on software type tech. We're going to focus on, or not really software, but we're going to focus on tech that runs stuff on the computer. However, after we do that, if you decide you want to come up with some ideas that involve making motors move or turning lights on or different things like that, I have some other technology kits that I don't have enough for everyone to use, but if you have an idea that sounds really awesome, I can help you do that. But we're going to start with basics, okay? So you learned how the Makey boards work. You learned how to create things in Scratch a little bit. That's the computer programming website. So you're going to combine those two. Okay, so let me show you what I want you to do.